Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Nick and I'm a financial analyst in OLYMP TRADE. Welcome to our stream, which is called Trading Psychology. So we are going to discuss, the basic features of trading psychology, and of course, different bias, different mistakes which we can make during our trading so let's say so. As usual, so before we start, I would like to ask you to help me with checking the sound and the video. If everything's okay, if there are no technical problems, so please let me know somehow in the chat, greet me somehow, write something, and we will start discussing, today's problem. So thank you very much. Well, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. So, oh well. So I see that there is a short lag. Yeah. So actually, I beg my pardon for this. So that is why. So uh, it can be some pauses. Yeah. So between your question and my answers. Yeah. So just be careful. So guys, actually today we are going to discuss a really interesting mistake. So which is called like house money effect. What is house money effect? Yeah. So actually. Uh, the definition is the following. So previous profits make people to expose their capital to more risk. Why it happens? Actually, because people, so when they get profits, they don't perceive this money, this sum of money as their own money. Yeah. So when you, for example, so let's imagine that you get profits from trading. Yeah. So sometimes you don't feel that it's your own money, yeah. So that you can you don't buy anything on it, yeah. So I don't know, you don't spend it, yeah. So that is why. So it can be a really big mistake. As for me, I have the same problem. So also it can be combined with the following. So sometimes people, when they start getting profit, they start thinking that okay, so now we are gods. Yeah, so now we know everything about financial markets, everything about trading. Well, as a result, it leads to losses very, very often. Yeah. As for my experience, it was, actually, sometimes it is the same. So when I start getting money, I start getting profits. Actually, I notice that usually I start risking more. Yes, so that's this is the result of this housing money effect. And actually, there is a joke about a wedding couple which went to Las Vegas to for gambling. Yes, so to play in to make their bets in casinos, and they lost all their money. But the husbands, so in the morning, so they were sleeping, yes, and the husbands woke up. So it was their last day in Las Vegas. His wife was sleeping, so he found a chip, yes, on the table. So he took these chips, he went to casino, and he started playing. After a while, so he won like $100,000. Yeah, so from $5 chip. After that, $300,000. After that, $1 million. After that, $10 million. And after a while, so he lost everything again. So he returns back to this hotel. So his wife his wife woke up already, and she asked him, so where have you been? Yeah, so he said, okay, so I played, yes, in the casino. So how was the result? Yeah, so were you successful? Asked his wife. Yeah, so not bad. So I lost just $5. Yeah, so that is a short joke about such effects as house money effects. Well, for example, so there is such methods in trading as parlay method. So maybe you've heard about it. So it is called like anti-martingale system. So when you double your profits all the time, so just for example, so you make money, you double your profits. You make money, you double your profits all the time. So actually, people who use this method, so usually they can suffer from house money effect. Why so? Because they think, yeah, so that if they lose their money, they will lose only the first sum of money which they have started with. Yes, so and this is a really big mistake. Yeah, so if you make money, so for example, from $1 you made like $100, you have to understand, yeah, so you have to uh, perceive this $100 as your own money, yeah, so you made this profit, so this is your money, this is your profit. Okay, well, I hope that this is clear. Mhm. Well, not actually. I made a short mistake here too. So not conceived, perceived, of course. Perceived is the real profit. Well. So, guys, do you have any questions? Any questions about like house money effects? I want to change my life, so I try every day. I want to make money on the internet. I have no experience. I could do it, so because I want to be successful in my life. Well, that's a really good thing. Well, that's a really good point. To be successful, well, everybody wants to be successful. Well, as for me personally, I want to be successful. Yes. So, but look, you have to understand that making money in the internet, this is a really hard thing. Yeah. So trading. Well, speaking about like trading and all that stuff, financial markets, forex, all this is quite difficult. Yeah, so you have to understand that it can be even some type of a work, yes, a business for you. Yeah, so when you start trading, yeah, so just you have to perceive it as your work. Yeah, so because there are a lot of people who don't understand this. Yeah, so they think that, well, okay, so just trading in the internet, so that's so quite simple thing. Yes, and usually they lose their money. Yeah, so this is a very typical thing. Well, there is statistics which says that well, approximately 95% of traders lose their money on forex. Yeah, so you have to understand these, of course. So that is why uh, my advice to you is just to learn. So try to um, learn as much information as you can. Yes. So and of course choose your system, choose your trading system. Yes. And so choose your money management system too. Yes. And well, try yourself. For example, on financial markets. So you will see. What will happen in this case. Okay, guys, any other questions? And so, by the way, speaking about financial markets, well, there is an advantage in financial markets that you don't have to be like a really smart guy. Yeah, so if you trade on financial markets, yeah, so you don't have to be like, for example, a financial analyst, yes, or even an economist. So there are plenty of examples when people without any education, so they can make money. This is true, but there is only one thing which you have to have. This is discipline, yes, so that's for sure. Can we withdraw every day in OLYMP trades if we make profits? I guess you can, guys. But while speaking about such technical things as withdrawing, transferring money, yes, to the platform, it's definitely better to consult with tech support team. Okay, so just right there, so my colleagues will answer to you well about these features. Speaking about like making profits and how to avoid such problem as house money effects. Well, in my opinion, it's definitely better to make pauses. Yeah, so after big losses or big wins, so let's say, so when you make a lot of money, well, it's definitely better to stop. It's definitely better to wait for a while, so before you start trading again. So as for me personally, I try to make pauses for 1 week. Yeah, for 5 working days, I don't do anything. Yes, and after that, well, I return back. On the markets with with other thoughts. Yes, and with another condition. Yes, in another condition. Sorry. Um, I live in Cambodia. I could do it. So my English, well, of course, look. Everybody can make money, well, but you have to understand that it is quite risky. Yeah, so speaking about like trading, this is really really risky thing. Yeah, so you have to realize that you can lose all your money. Yeah, so that is why, well, my advice, yeah, so don't use money which you're afraid to lose. Yeah, so for example, well, I don't know. Well, I know such people who like take loans even in banks to trade, and the result was, well, it was quite sad usually. Yeah, so that is why. So just don't use money which you afraid to lose. This is rule number one. So you have to realize that uh, to start trading, to start making money, well, sooner or later, well, at first, so you will start losing them. Well, after a while, so you start making profits. Um, it's advisable to trade on economic news. Well, as for economic news, guys, look, it's quite tricky. Yeah, so economic news, well, financial calendar, that's great, but it's quite difficult. Yeah, so you have to realize that trading on news, yes, you have to know a lot. So there are two types of such trading. So the first option, so you can just analyze all the news. You can analyze like the global situation. So let's say so you can come to our streams, for example, watch our streams like markets in details, and for example, like follow our advice or just of course analyze yourself the situation. And so before the news is released, so you can try to open the trades. Yeah, so for example, like for like 3 or 5 minutes. Yeah, so just before the news. uh, it's quite risky because, well, sometimes it's quite unpredictable. Yes, so the news can be really really unpredictable. The second thing is just to trade following the main trend. So when the news is released, usually you will see that the market starts moving. Yeah, so pairs, currencies, shares, they start moving, and these movements can be really really strong. Yeah, so the trends, the local trends, yes, and the short time trends can be really really strong. So you just follow these main trends, you join the main trends, and you start following it. So this is the second option, yeah, so which you can use to trade on news. Okay. hmm Trading is more risky than gambling. Well, I cannot say so. Well, I think that gambling is more risky. Well, actually, because in trading, look, in trading, so you have a lot of tools to analyze the situation. Yeah, so technical tools, fundamental tools. So actually, you have ability, you have capacity to, um, so let's say so to make your forecasts and to do it correctly. Yes. Well, speaking about gambling, it's not like this. It's not like this. So this is luck, pure luck. Uranium. Uh, I don't know. Well, unfortunately, I don't know anything about this region. Yes, and Iranian traders. Yes. So well, actually, also, I would like to ask you to write to tech support team. Yeah, so we have colleagues, and or maybe so we have like Facebook profile in Facebook, so you can go there, so you can write to us, and my colleagues will definitely answer you. So either if there are any problems or not. Okay. Um, Sir, is it if affects? You mean yes? So when the traders on the platform are less or higher because at starting or early in the morning trends of the market is being started, or will it affect? No, it will not. It will not. Look, actually, what affects? Yeah, so affects, yes, well, hours. Yeah, so the time during the day, it definitely affects. Why so? Because well, usually there are some such things as like breaks between different sessions. Yeah, so for example, European session starts at 9 o'clock. So, well, actually, it's 9 o'clock Moscow time. Well, approximately, yes, and it lasts during during our day. Yes. So usually these are really active hours. Yes. Closer to the evening. Yes. Well, I mean Moscow time. Yes. So 7 o'clock Moscow time. Like it's GMT plus 3. Yes. So 8 o'clock Moscow time. Of course, the volatility can be low. Yeah, so well, you have to be prepared that so maybe it's really possible that you will not see trends, yes, or something like that. Yeah, so just choose the time which is so let's say so which is more convenient, more comfortable to you. Okay. Um, Asian time zone. Look, well, as for Asian time zone, well, speaking about like Asian markets and Moscow time, of course, yes. So, well, Asian markets are opened when there is night in Moscow, yeah. So usually it's like midnight and well, starting from midnight till early morning. The problem is that we have like quotes provider, yeah. So the organization that um provides well different organizations which provide quotes to us, yes, and sometimes they can be closed, yes. So if you pay attention to the platform, so you will see that during some night hours, yes. So actually well, sometimes the volatility can be really low on the platform. OLYMP TRADE is illegal in India. I have not heard about it. Well, I guess look, it's not illegal and it's not legal at the same time. Yeah, so you see it's somewhere in the middle. So that is why, well, the same is in Russia, for example. So there is no such tool, such financial tool in Russian legislation as like option, like yes, or something like that. There is a stock market and there are futures, for example, yes, but not options. Well, I hope that it was clear. Yeah, so I hope that it was useful, guys. Hmm. Any other questions, maybe? So maybe somebody of you is from Indonesia, so maybe you will consult me. So do Indonesian people speak English? Yes, so mostly. So I've heard that a lot of Indonesian people and a lot of people from Malaysia, they speak English. Yes, so they understand this language. So maybe you will give me an advice about that so too, because we have these regions and we work in these regions. Well, okay, okay. Have been learning how to trade for past 6 months and not make any profit. What trading strategy is best to use? Well, as for 6 months, of course, 6 months usually is not enough. So look, guys. Well, speaking about like the time which you have to spend to learn how to trade, well, in my opinion, well, according to my experience, so usually it takes about like approximately 1 year. So during this 1 year, well, the trader learns how not to lose money. Yeah, so this is the only point, not to lose money. So and after only after this 1 year, so the trader starts making money, making profits. Yes, so if he did not give up earlier, yes, so let's say so, because mostly people prefer to just to give up, and they say that's okay, so it's not for me. Yeah, but again, so returning back to the discipline. So you said right, yeah, so that's there has to be a strategy. Yes, well, as for the strategy, unfortunately, look, guys, well, speaking now about our strategies, yes, you can use them. That's not a problem. So, for example, so you can take MACD Professional. Well, this is a really good strategy, for example. But anyway, so you have to have money management too. Yeah, so to understand what sum of money you will use to trade, and so on and so on. Okay, so thank you very much. Well, everybody speaks English. Well, that's really great. That's really great. That's yeah. Yes, of course we have in Malaysia region. So we have we work in Malaysian region. We are working actually now. Yes, and we have a financial analyst in Malaysian region. So you can listen to his streams too. Yeah, so he provides streams on this channel. So just that's not a problem. What's the best tool indicator to recognize the ups and downs? The ups and downs. Well, speaking about the trends, so guys, so if I switch into the platform, so for example, look, how to recognize the trends. Well, again, so try to use, in my opinion, it's better to use higher time frames. So for example, like 1 hour. So let's switch into okay, so let's look at euro US dollar. So look, today we have, by the way, today we have non-farm payrolls, so everybody is waiting for non-farm payrolls now, yeah. So how to recognize the trend? So you can use moving averages. So this is the best, well, in my opinion, one of the best technical tools to recognize the trends. So if you, for example, so let's choose another color, yeah. And look, if you look at this moving average, so you see that it is the direction of this moving average is showing the trend. Yeah. So for example, when the moving average is moving up, it means that the trend is bullish. So it's better to trade up. Yes. If it's moving down, for example, like here, the trend is bearish. It's better to try to find entry points down. Yeah. So to trade mostly down. Right now, so, well, as you can see, it's moving sideways. Well, it means that there is no trend. It's flat. It's flat. So that is why we cannot use, well, unfortunately, we cannot use moving averages to find signals. But we can use oscillators, or we can wait. We can wait till a new trend starts. Yeah, so that is the reason. Well, okay. Guys, so I would like to thank you for coming. Yes, so if you like this stream, if this information was useful, so just click like, please. Well, if you don't like, so click dislike. And of course, subscribe to our channel. Yes, and of course, I hope to see you all again next time. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.